Hey guys, this is my 14th Python tutorial video, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the rainbow torture chamber I mentioned in my previous episode. And this torture chamber is going to be dealing with a lot of flashing colors that are moving at that can potentially move at pretty fast frequencies. So if you or a family member or anyone you know is around you and has epilepsy, please do not try this because you can seriously damage their vision to the point where they're blind. You can also cause brain damage with seizures. So I'm intending this to be a fun project, not to be a liability case. So please you can try this at home, but do so at a moderate level. So we're gonna make our torture chamber. We're gonna do that with the OS module. We're gonna have to work in command prompt because that's gonna be the way that we're able to change the background color. So I'm pretty sure you've seen my OS tutorial video, and if you haven't, I can give you a crash course right now if you don't mind. So we already have our framework that we have built from our previous episode. So we have the import time module, import OS, a equals int input, enter the maximum, enter the stepper value. Why don't we just F5 this? We enter the maximum, then we enter the stepper value. Hello world, hello world, hello world. Okay, I'm just doing this as a proof of concept, so that way we're not going to be running into any future problems regarding the original framework. So for x in range, this times sleep 1 print hello world. So at this point, we're able to control the maximum and the stepper value, so we can change how long this goes. But I'm also going to introduce to you a few commands in the os.system syntax called color. Yeah, it's a pretty simple command, color CE. And I'm just going to copy this little bit of text because let me just redo that. I'm just going to copy that little bit of text so that way we don't have to waste any time watching me type just this little bit. Okay, so we have OS system color CE. We control C to copy. Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. Okay, I think that seems a little satisfactory. Now we can change. The first color is C. Second one is E. Then I believe the first letter is what changes the background. Why don't we just give that a try? Enter the maximum. Why don't we just go with 1 for now? Stepper value 1. Okay. Yep. C is the background, and E is the text. Now this pretty much gives you red background and yellow text. And we can also invert it like this, and we can go all the way up to colors A through F, and I believe colors 0 through 9, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm incorrect in any way, please be sure to leave a comment because I'm not very familiar with command prompt as much. So I'm going to be putting in. Oh, here's a mistake. H is not in here. So for A, 0A. Then why don't we go with CD? Which is actually pretty ironic considering CD in command prompt means change directory. Color for 0A and C. How about Okay. Now, why don't we actually just add time sleep? Because this way, it will just give you like a little interval. But before we can do that, why don't we just go with a little bit of proof of concept first? Save it, and we run it. Enter the maximum. Actually, alright. Beware. Yep. That's a huge bunch of seizures that might be coming. So, each of these color values are correct. So now we can go into even more fun stuff. And this is where part of torture comes into play. Because we're going to make another variable in here called c equals int input. Enter the time frequency. Okay, so for x in range 0, a, b times sleep c. But wait, there's a problem. Why can't we just make it move quicker rather than slower? If we want to make an effective torture chamber, the colors have to move so fast that the person's head would just explode. Just kidding. So we can make another variable. Why don't we just make the d? And I know it's just a huge bunch of variables. Okay, no, not float. Okay, so here's a new function called float. So what float pretty much does, it allows you to work with decimal numbers, because considering we're entering integers into all of these values above the float, we can manipulate it so that we can enter in the reciprocal of the integer, if you get what I'm saying. So if c was 2, d would be 1 over 2. So d equals float this number. So then time sleep d. We wouldn't want to do time sleep c, because if we did and we entered in 1,000, well, that's our problem, because 1,000, it would take like 1,000 seconds in order for the color to change. The person would just get bored, sleep, torture chamber ruined. Nope, wrong. So we have to just keep entering time sleep d between each of these spaces. Alright, we're almost done. Alright. Okay, that's good. So we're almost done. Now when that's done, when the range is finished, we can do print. So we can just change it to subscribe to LEEDnet. Then we'll just wait for a request. Then we can exit. Oh, I spotted something. Import sys, just to make it clean. We can save it, and then we can run it. Okay, enter the maximum. Now we'll just test the float function also, just for a proof of concept as well. So enter the maximum. Okay. Alright guys, you might want to avert your eyes right now. 1, 2, 3. Maximum time freeze. I mean, actually you can look now, but the problem is it's just not going too fast enough. It's not going fast enough. So, oh great, we have to wait. Because we put 10. Well, that's a proof of concept. So what we're trying to do is, we're pretty much trying to make a fully configurable torture chamber instead of just using fixed values like 1 or 0.5. Because if we just use fixed values, I mean, we can't manipulate it accordingly, right? Let's see, how many values did I add in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So 130 seconds, 65 seconds. It's gonna pretty much end in, yeah, oh, it ended. Okay, so subscribe to LEEDnet. So that's done. Sorry if I bored you. So, now I'm gonna make it a lot more, like, I'm gonna make it a lot more seizure prone. So enter the time frequency. Why don't we go with 20? Alright, now avert your eyes. Avert! So you can see all these flashing colors that are moving across your screen. They just keep repeating until the cycle has finished. And you don't have to use the values I'm using, because there's a float, and there's also the time frequency. So, now we'll just go into F5, subscribe to LEEDnet. Alright guys, so, once again, I would like to thank you for watching, and please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So, have a great day, guys.